Hi, it's Jeff with Backyard Birds. I'm going to show you how to kill invasive bush honeysuckle with a Mattock. So this is the Mattock. This is the cutting blade that I use to cut through the roots of the honeysuckle, but you can use the axe end as well. This is actually called a cutting Mattock, but you can also get a pick Mattock, so it's got the flat blade on one side and then it's got a pick on the other side. Either one works really well for chopping out this honeysuckle. I put a link in the description of the video where you can buy a Mattock, but you can also look for them at like garage sales. They're not real common. So we're going to use this Mattock to chop off the roots of the honeysuckle, and basically we just swing the Mattock and chop down about 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches below the surface of the soil to chop off the roots. So I do about 3 chops, and then once I'm under the root I can just pry with the Mattock to uproot the plant. And now to get the rest of the roots chopped off, I'm going to cut on the back side. And there it is, it's chopped off. And as you can see, the roots are lateral. They're generally not tap rooted. Now this plant is only about waist high, and its stems are really small, like half the width of a pencil. So we're going to chop with the Mattock about 1 inch under the soil, or maybe 2 inches under the soil. And that small one just pulls right up. One chop, and that plant's dead. Okay, this honeysuckle is about 5 feet tall, and you can see the size of the stems aren't real big, really just pencil length. And honeysuckle grows so fast, it probably gets to this height in about 3 years. So to chop it off, I like to put the branches of the honeysuckle between my legs to get it out of the way, depending on the size of it. And then I just take the Mattock and do a swift chop under and pry up. And I can tell it's not going to come up, so I'm going to chop it again and pry up on it. And it's still attached with the root, so I chop it a few more times and it pulls up. Okay, this honeysuckle is about chest high, so I'm going to put the stems between my legs to keep it out of the way. And spread your legs apart a little bit, so you don't want to chop into your foot when you chop. And then just lift the Mattock up about 3 feet and chop about 2 inches under the ground, and then pry up. And I can feel it didn't chop off, so I'm going to chop it from the other side. And that honeysuckle is history. Now here I've got a cluster of a larger honeysuckle and some little ones. So again, we're just going to chop through them all. So we take our Mattock up, I lift it about waist high is all, and chop a couple inches under the root and pry. There's one down. Let's go for the bigger one. Chop and pry. Now the big one removed, and now I'll go for this other small one. So there, I just took out 3 honeysuckle. Okay, this honeysuckle is about 8 feet tall. So I'm going to just get the honeysuckle, I'm going to lean back and keep the honeysuckle between my legs to keep the branches out of my way. And again, I'm going to chop. This time I'm going to chop from this side and then this side. And you can kind of tell when it hits a root and breaks it off. There it is. Oh, there's still one root holding it. that one is history. To identify honeysuckle, look for the opposite leaves on the stem. So the leaves grow opposite each other on the stem. The plants spread aggressively by these red berries. And the birds eat the berries and spread the plant. And each plant produces tens of thousands of berries. Also look for the stems being a kind of an ashy gray. I'm going to show you how the honeysuckle kills off the entire ground floor of the forest. It leaves out first in the spring and it keeps its leaves on almost all winter. And so when the native plants try to grow, they get shaded out and eliminated, and you get a monoculture of honeysuckle, which is devastating to everything that's dependent on the plants of the forest floor. Hi, it's Jeff with Backyard Birds. If you like this video and want to see more like it, you may want to subscribe to my channel. Just click the red subscribe button below the video. To be notified of new videos, be sure to click the bell widget next to the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Backyard Birds channel.